Hello everybody, PlanetWalls here. Because Chris is a loser, he didn't want to play Magic Online with me, but we're going to play Magic Online anyway and do one of my favorite online-only formats for casual play, Momir. And so if you're unfamiliar with Momir, now's your time to learn. This is a Magic Online only format, one of the best reasons to play Magic Online in my opinion. There are a couple other good reasons. There are many other good reasons, but this is one of my favorites. So this is a format where this little gentleman right here sits in your command zone, and wait, it gives you +0 life now? What, do they change this format? I don't know, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know, maybe there are updates to the Momir format. But anyway, you pitch a card and pay an amount of mana and you make a creature token. So in my opinion, it's like a Vorthos-y format. I guess it's a Timmy format too. But I like it just because you get to see a bunch of weird Magic cards, some of which are very old and their art is terrible. So I'm playing with Chris's Momir deck here. It's the same build. The Momir format requires that you only play non-snow-covered basics. And in my opinion, it is better to have more forests, and plains are pretty inoffensive because I think it has Planeswalk. But mid-sized creatures have Swamp Walk. Small creatures have Forest and Mountain Walk, but you don't really care about those. And big creatures have Island Walk. So I'm going to roll with this deck, even though I don't think it's competitively optimal, because frankly, you shouldn't be watching this video if you're interested in competitive Momir. I believe such a thing does not really exist. And so that's essentially our deck tech right here, and we're going to take ourselves into round one in a moment. And so for you, this will happen right away, but for me, I may have to wait several minutes. I look forward to seeing you right now. And I told you we'd be back right away. So we have jumped into our game, and I will not be mulling this because that's a stupid thing to do. Our opponent is Phil Gonzalez. I don't know if that's a Portuguese name or if he misspelled Gonzalez, or maybe I'm just ignorant. All these are possibilities. I would not make a 1-drop. Like, this guy sucks, but, you know, that's fine. Looks like he's hanging out near some fingers pointing from the ground. I guess maybe he's trying on some stone hands. He'll probably be curious why I just sent that card name into the chat. That's okay. Or maybe those are little phalluses, like from that, what is it, over something, terrain, planar something. I don't remember what it is. So we're not going to meet his 1-drop, but I'm going to keep looking for Sarah Zealot, which has a fancy little heart on his blouse. I don't know how this thing works. You also note this obnoxious thing here, the playmat that I'm using, protection from blue. I gotta say, I love the fact that Meerkats have a magic card. And this is considered to be a mongoose, huh? That's close. I know enough about mammals to know that that's not quite accurate, but I'm pretty sure they're in the same like family as mongooses. And I don't think it is pronounced mongoose, though I always want it to be. Anyway, this playmat is just in case you want to play Theros Limited online and you want to see what all the combat tricks your opponent could be playing are, or any cards that they could be playing during your turn. This is all the instants and flash spells from the format. I didn't intentionally advertise that, but there it is. I forgot to switch it. Maybe I'll do that in between rounds. So it doesn't really help us right now. That's okay. We are going to pitch this island because... what is this? Okay, cool. That's actually not that awful. He'll probably just attack with his Karoo Meerkat, and I could consider blocking, because his Karoo Meerkat could be a blocker for somebody on my side later on. That's actually not bad in this format, though anything with an activated ability is pretty poor. So I think even though the sacrifice ability is relevant some of the time in this format, that it's probably better to trade this off than to take damage from the Meerkat, and also it allows me to remove a stupid blocker. Here, I do not think I'm going to play a 3-drop. I could, but he's down to 3 cards already. I think I want to start ramping up to get the truly stupid art cards. Yeah, we don't need to see the flash spells and instants, so let's just scroll this, make it bigger. Yeah, so let's play Magic Online, huh? Well, Chris Cool and I, he claims we have, no, I'm not going to play anything this turn. Irreconcilable strategic differences in this format, and I actually think we do because he puts way too few forests and way too many islands in his deck. Um, and I'm sure he sat there and talked about Jinko Jeans and Thrash Metal or whatever it is he likes. Wow, what a shitty rip. This is just a dead card, essentially. So he's paying 3 mana to deal some damage to me. I wouldn't have made that play, but that's okay. It's all right, Phil. This is a casual format. We're having fun, and you're going the aggro plan. You can still wallop me. But Pouncing Jaguar definitely sucks. Classic League's coming up. Oh, I should mention this, too, before I talk about Classic League. The skin I'm using, which I've actually properly installed this time, is Ilskin's skin, which is kind of funny to say. His name is Ilskin. I'll spell it here. He's Max Seal, I believe, on the Wizards forums, and he won the Skin Your Dreams contest of 2008, which isn't nearly as sexual as it sounds, as far as I can tell. But what he did was design like this entire reskin of the client. I think it looks really great. So I've been using it now. Haven't run into any problems with it. I would highly recommend it. Definitely check that out. This is a pretty weak 4-drop, all things considered, and I'm not going to run it into his guy that's going to die, so we'll keep this back. Is this thing indestructible? No. I feel like it is, because for some reason when it's a gargoyle, I assume it's like Darksteel Gargoyle. So I guess this, walls off the Sarazel. This doesn't have flying when it sits back. Okay, that makes sense from a flavor perspective. He's dropping a 2-drop. This is actually one of the best 2-drops I think you could land in this format. So now he's going to give something Death Touch. If he puts it on this, he's got an Ulta blocker. Yep. Okay, so that's actually unfortunate. I think I would be willing to throw this guy into a Nightshade Peddler. I'd rather not lose to like this 3/3 flying guy that he has to pay mana for each turn. Normally when you start hitting 6-drops, like, you really just can't lose, but maybe I'm proving that Phil Gonzalez knows how to play Momir, and I don't. So let's pitch this island again. I don't want to get hit by an island walker. What the hell is this? That guy isn't horrible. Vigilance. I'm actually going to ram this this guy right into his Nightshade. If he wants to block, that's fine with me. Yeah, I didn't expect him to. So I'm going to take another 4 here, I think. I will block this if it attacks. Okay, that can't block. It's another flyer, though. So we will put ourselves just right in front of this. I need to survive at this point. He's got 0 cards in hand, so he's going to be making 6-drops each turn, or not doing much of anything, as far as I can tell. More nervous about Swamp Walkers than Forest Walkers, so let's drop all this stuff and pitch another island. What do we get? All slivers have trample? That's pretty mediocre. He's going to swing in the air to put me at 1 next turn? Wow, that's actually bad. I'm probably going to lose to his, what I deem to be a pretty bad aggro plan. I always thought these cards were funny. There's a man in a cloak riding that thing. I don't understand how somebody built this. Do they use bones? Like real bird bones? Or is it all made of metal? Are the feathers made of metal? I don't know how it works. Yeah, I mean, he's got flyers, so we'll get in here. I guess I could envision a way that we could kill him, in theory. What's his 3-drop? Okay, well, that's fine. If you don't destroy target knight, well, so this either kills itself or he keeps it alive. Well, he kept it alive. That means he can't attack with a gargoyle, but I guess he still kills me next turn. So, yeah, that's probably the way to do this. All right, so let's make a 7-drop and have it not be Phage. Phage is an auto-lose in this format, which is kind of funny. But we are setting ourselves up to get hit in the air for a bunch next turn. Well, this... yeah, so I guess we're going to get, what, 2 lands? That's pretty good, and this blocks. Whoa, choose a pile. I will select the one with more cards. Now, what's going on here? I don't think I want to let anything through, so I think I just ship the turn here. We've got 2 flyers. One of them could get through. Yeah, it would be a bad idea to attack. I mean, he could just drop something and kill my Sphinx. That's totally possible. But for now, I think this stabilizes us at a low life total. Once you hit like 6, 7, and 8 drops, a lot of the stuff has flying, or it's just obscenely powerful in one way or another. I should talk about some of the art now. I actually like the art here. I like some of the abstract art that existed in this game prior to like Tempest Block. I guess it does a little bit in Tempest Block, but before that you see more of it. You don't see it there. You definitely don't see it there. I like this old man. I actually like the Sphinx art in general. I think that Sphinx... I don't know Greek very well, so I don't know how to pluralize Sphinx. Maybe it's just Sphinx? What is this? Okay, cool. So, what is this? Well, returning it to its owner's hand sucks. Non-white creatures get -1/-1, and this became a 2/2. What died on his side? Because there was, what the hell was there? Aether Glider. That's fine. He lost a flyer. God, look at this guy. He looks stupid. I don't even have to say why. Just, I mean... just that, I think it's his cloak. And this is even coming from a perspective, I mean, people of that skin tone often look very good in white. I mean, you can tell from the show Scandal, which is, you know, pretty mediocre in general, but Kerry Washington looks great in white, and she's always wearing it. And we'll make an 8-drop here. Why not? I mean, we'll eventually hit Blightsteel and Emerald Zone, given how many cards we ripped. So let's pitch a Swamp here. Okay, that's pretty good. So this has Vigilance, First Strike, Trample, Haste, and Flying, and Protection from everything. And I think it also gets +1/+1, yeah. Because a Chrome is not normally a 7/7, but we are going to smash with this bird here. Like, the question is, do I get in here with Sphinx? Can I kill my opponent this turn? I have to think about that. So... he's got no flyers, so that means he takes an auto 11. I'm definitely not going to kill my opponent. Krovax gets in front of this Battering Worm, and this guy just gets killed by a First Striker. And then my opponent kills me on his turn, so that's a bad idea. The question is, though, do I get in with a Sphinx? I don't believe I do. I think I keep back everything just in case and attack with a Vigilance guy. We hold back. I don't know if that's right. I don't care, though. I mean, truth be told, this is essentially a casual format as far as I can tell and care to suffer. So, we'll just get in there with that. I don't think I had an option to win. I had an option to definitely threaten more on the next turn. That's okay. What is this? Yeah, so I think I win because of massive flyers. All right, cool. What is this thing? That thing, it looks a little aggressive to be a Lovecraftian horror, but that's okay. We aren't going to be making any sideboard decisions because that would be silly. Chris, I can't believe you just have Saga lands. You could have made ugly white borders and you chose not to. What a mistake. This is about the only time I ever make piles by name. What's he sideboarding? I don't know what he's doing. Can't possibly be that long. Was he double queuing Momir? Double fisting? I mean, Momir is essentially like rolling dice and knocking back shots, so I don't know. Let's play Magic Online. Let's play Magic Online. Do you think he's just watching videos of me in the past to see what my playstyle is? He's like frantically searching on the internet, PlanetWalls, Magic Online. He'll probably just get a bunch of videos of Splunky and me looking like a homeless man. Jokes would be on him. Ooh, does he have a foil Momir? Looks like it. Classy. Oh, I guess we have a foil Momir too. I don't understand why a Vanguard card would be foil, but that's okay. There's a lot I don't understand in the world, and that's, you know, not the most important thing. Just taking a sip of my night coffee. This is actually probably one of the better goblins to get, but, I mean, turn 1 plays generally still just suck. I'm not going to play a turn 1. I will play a turn 2, depending on what he does here. Because it's worth just having a 2-drop wall off some stuff. This is actually a pretty good rip. He at least does some initial damage. And we are starting at 20. The way that this format used to start at 24 life. And so the aggro plan sucked more. Since both of his guys are 1 power, I am going to drop something here. Oh, good. This guy can't attack or block if defending player controls or if the opponent controls an untapped land. Which I guess prevents or allows me to attack and block right now. Why didn't he attack first? What does this do? All damage? Oh, this thing? God. Yeah, we won't be discarding another card. Prevent all damage is pretty nuts. I think he's going to figure out that we're probably going to attack with us this turn, just push through 4 damage. I would like to see what I get first, though. I am going to be dropping something now, because I feel like things are important, since this is basically a dud. What the hell is this? Oh, I don't control one of those, unfortunately. So that's just a shitty trained Armadon. That's fine. The fact that this dealt 4 damage to an opponent at some point in this game, or maybe just eats a guy, that I feel pretty good about that. These guys suck pretty hardcore. Wait, it can't block if you control an untapped land? Oh, so this is like a 4/4 wall. Never mind, this isn't that horrible. Okay. Well, in the future, we know this isn't bad. For now, Oris. Whenever I see this card, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is the sort of lady I'm attracted to when she's dressed in that sort of way, but I always feel like she has another arm like Dr. Octopus here. I always have to be like, whoa, is this a Dr. Octopus? What is this? Oh my god. I forgot that this card existed, but that's pretty nuts. That's cool. I want to play that in Classic now. I forgot that that existed, and I wish I could play it. What set's that from? I mean, don't get me wrong. Therese Nilsson is a fine artist, but this card looks stupid. That's okay. Like, all these angels that look really, like, glorious, I just feel like they look stupid. It's alright. This thing is now online, which means there's going to be a lot of damage prevented to everybody. If I attack with both these guys, one of them probably gets through and the other gets eaten. So, screw that. Let's make a dude first and see where that takes us. Pitch Mountain, I don't need that many. I'll still find time to pitch that island later. Phil's deciding if he wants to respond. It's alright, Philip. I wish elementals were good in Modern. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. What's this weird little box down here in the bottom right? In the art, do you see that? I can't quite select it. I can hang on. Whoop. I can look at it over here with the mouse. What is that? None of the other cards have it. Is it because it's a Future Sight card? I don't know what's going on. My opponent is thinking too hard. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back, and I made a mobile fort. Never know when you might want to attack with a mobile fort. I'm pretty sure I saw this as part of the backdrop set in a Dynasty Warriors game. Yeah, so I can only activate that once a turn and make it into a 3/5. Probably won't be doing that very much. It's alright. Angel of Jubilation is kind of insane. Its casting cost is super awkward. Now I kind of want to make a sweet Cavern of Souls-based Angels deck in Classic. But the problem is that that's just all going to be 4-drops. It's going to be like Restoration Angel, this thing. I don't know. What else would there be? I wouldn't be playing Sarah Angel, that's for sure. Voice of whatevers, those are all 4-drops. They all suck. Are there any, like, cheap angels besides Shapesharer? No, I don't think so. I think that sounds bad. Basically what we're doing here, we're hoping to get a good 6-drop that can start attacking the air. That's the plan. And Oris, the, Mirror Universe version of Aurum, she's the, the sexier of the two sisters. She's like Mirror Universe Kira Nerys from Deep Space Nine. She's holding down the fort right now. What is this, some multi-kicker thing that doesn't do anything? Twice the number of times it was kicked? That's okay with me. I can't block this piece. I almost said piece of shit. That's probably inappropriate. It's whatever. I'm going to stop talking. So this is still a combat trick on the board. This is an ogre, so that can't be sacked, the Goblin Sledder. But Sledder can be like, vroom, sack itself, and I guess this angel rides a sled. Come on, Phil. We're recording here. We don't have all day. I'm going to pause again. All right, we're back. And I made an observation when I had the recording software pause. This Deathforge Shaman, you know, I don't know much about forging or smithing. I'm not a smithy. I'm not a blacksmith. I read Johnny Tremaine, or whatever the hell that book was called. The one about... Yeah, I think it was called Johnny Tremaine. He's got a deformed hand. Bart Simpson goes, wow, why didn't they call this Johnny Deformed? But anyway, you'll note here that he's got like this anvil thing in his right hand, unless this is through a mirror. And I'm supposed to be him looking at myself. But I mean, I don't think that's the case. This isn't Las Meninas we're dealing with here. This is a Dave Kendall piece. So, like, I mean, with respect to the position of the observer, the point is, his hammer also looks like an anvil. Does that happen? I thought that like an anvil needed a hammer to beat on, and I thought the whole point of an anvil was to beat on with a hammer, so... I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about beating on things. That's what I'm talking about. Let's pitch this friggin' island. This is a 5-4? Holy shit. Glad it was kicked no times and couldn't be. Alright. Look at these guys. They mean business. Paulo Parente. Little known fact, and this will help you out with our Quizbot. Mtgo, what do we... No, Academy_Quizbot. If you're trading with that, and it asks you a question about which set Prophecy takes place in, it is Dominaria. Which plane, not which set. Prophecy takes place in the Prophecy set. Guan Yu. Now, I mentioned Dynasty Warriors in tandem with this mobile fort, but I'm pretty sure this is actually a character, a playable character in Dynasty Warriors, and I think I've been him before. Sound off in the comments if you're a fan of Dynasty Warriors. I haven't played that game in years. It's probably just like the same game it always was. So this is basically unblockable in this format, because that's what Horsemanship does. And when this is put into your graveyard, you may shuffle it into your library, so it's just a 3-5 Horsemanship. That's fine. Unblockable dudes are good in this format. Do we want to do anything now that there's a 5-4 over here and Horus is still online? I'd say things are looking pretty bad for us. We are on a fairly tight clock with Angel of... what's it called? Jubilation? No, Jubilation. Yeah, so... Guan Yu, Sainted Warrior. My wife this semester is teaching ancient Chinese thought. I am pretty sure she's talked about the Warring States period fairly extensively with her students, but I do not believe she has talked about the details of the battles, etc. I don't know. Wasn't this one of the three brothers, the other being Cao Cao, or I don't know how to say these things, and Liu Bei? I don't know. Oh, God. Well, that's going to be a problem. All right. Oh, yeah, this isn't a 5-4. It's a 4-3. It's just that this is making it huge. All right. What do we do here? I guess we probably just block here, even though that makes me real sad, because otherwise I just lose a Veteran Brawlers for no reason. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We need a way to kill Jub Jub here. Jub Jub is the name of the iguana that Patty and or Selma own. I think it's Selma, but I really could be wrong about that. So whoever marries Troy McClure, I always get them mixed up, them being twins and all. I guess he's considering to blow up the Sledder to kill the fort. I would be okay with that. This isn't my strongest card. It won't let me sacrifice my Goblin Sledder. Sacrifice a Goblin. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Click on Sledder, then click on Shaman. I don't know why that would not work. He should be able to sacrifice the Goblin Sledder unless there's something I'm missing here. I mean, in the end, I think the play he made was probably better, but bug report? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a bug with Goblin Sledders, and yeah, I mean, report every bug you run into. You can get your prize back if it cost you a game. What the hell is this? Okay, so it's just an 8/8 for 6. That's fine, I guess. Not fantastic, but fine. He could smash us with a bunch of stuff, but I'm not paying attention. That's fine. So I'm going to get in here with the horsemanship guy. I don't expect to win this game, just because I think Angel of Jubilation is too strong, and now he can draw out of his 6-mana lock. That's alright. More Momir is better. Human Soldier Warrior. Guess that makes sense. You can be a soldier and a warrior at the same time. Oh, I get it. It's because they decided he was a soldier, but Sainted Warrior is in his name, so they had to make him a warrior, too. That makes sense. I guess they probably assigned all these characters the subtype soldier in Portal 3 Kingdoms, and then they were like, oh shit, it's a Sainted Warrior in his name. Alright, so he just drew a bunch of cards, and now a 7-drop's coming down. What is this? Yuck! That's a huge guy, and it's also going to make combat miserable. Let's make a dude. I would like to make a good 7-drop here. I should not have played that island. That was basically just an oversight. What do we not want? There's a lot of stuff we don't want. We don't want an Elder Dragon Legend. Are those at 7? They might be at 8. Chromium and all those gentlemen. Altar Golem. Okay. Number of creatures on the battlefield. It doesn't untap. Tap 5 untapped creatures to untap it. Well, that's probably never going to happen. I think that I just get in with Guan Yu again. And this has Trample, so that's at least a threat of some sort. But Horus is still there. I would have to commit more than one dude, and that would be terrible. Altar Golem here, though, he only gets one big crack. This guy looks idiotic. I'm sorry, Rob. It's probably not your fault. They probably directed you to make, like, a picture that was like, make a set of stone altars with runic inscriptions into a towering monstrosity. And he was like, what? What? Okay. Alright, so we get Angel of Jubilation attacking, and what's happening here? It's getting spiked up. No, I guess he's not quite going to kill me? Nope, he's definitely going to kill me. Alright, well, I didn't pay attention to that, but I'm not sure what my alternative was. And the background changed, as it is wont to do in Moto. So we were going to submit this deck as is without any sideboarding decisions. Again, that's because there are no decisions to make. It looks again like Phil is considering his options, so I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, we are back in the game. Yes, we are going to play first this time. Though I'm still not going to go the aggro plan, as my opponent keeps... No, put this away. There we go. Alright, yeah, we're going to keep this. No, we don't want a mulligan. Like Chris, I always have to read it out loud so I don't click the wrong button. Let's wish our opponent a good luck. And, yeah, let's not make a 1-drop. Instead of chewing gum, chew bacon. Alright, so what does this do? Lets you exile the top what? Creature card in your graveyard, is that what it is? Yeah, so that's pretty poor in this format. Alright, so the question is, do we want to, like, make a guy right now? I don't think so. We're going to play the game, like, you know, if you ever watch Pro Brood War, you can almost do, like, an econ cheese. You can take advantage of your opponent, like, messing up or getting unlucky by, like, expanding your economy. That's what I just tried to do. Alright, we're going to pitch this island again. Cool, a 1-4. Ooh, just had the gurgles. Yeah, that's pretty poor in general. I just really want to kill this guy to force him to lose a land. What is this? Something with Forest Walk? Ah, damn it. Target Tree Folk or Forest. What if we just made a Forest right now? I'm sorry, a Tree Folk. Anyway, it's really disappointing that I sort of played a Forest half on accident because I wasn't paying attention and immediately got punished with a Forest Walker. Celebi. Oh, good. In case you're unfamiliar with this card, yeah, it makes combat miserable for all of us. Okay, that is just a 2/2 flying. That's okay. Flickering Spirit. I have no blocks for you. So let's see, what do we do now? Target creature gains protection from the color of its controller's choice. Any player may activate this ability. Well, We are going to smash with Wishmonger, I'm pretty sure. I guess I should do it before combat because I want to keep my mana open. Maybe if I want to keep it around. I probably don't. I don't think he's going to block here. This guy is going to be a problem, though. Alright. Yes, I will make something big. And fortunately, we actually have Mere Welder, which is an artifact creature. And another artifact creature. I don't care if this is a Snid, a Venser's Sliver, a 3/3 for 5. It's colorless, so my Wishmonger doesn't screw it. That's less fortunate, though. Okay, get in there with your 4 evasion. That's going to be a serious problem. Thank you, ESET, for updating my virus signature. You can go away now. And I will be making a 6-drop, which hopefully allows me to sacrifice a land. And has flying. Okay. Now I wish I would have another forest in my hand, because that card is insane. Okay, let's pass the turn. I can make his lands dudes too. It isn't gonna help most. Well, okay. That's funny, because now he's not gonna pay the echo cost because of his Goblin Firebug. Now we're in a position of significant advantage, and we are going to be pitching our island because for sure I don't want like Benthic Behemoth to kill me. What is this? This is terrible, is what it is. But look at the art. Like, I actually kind of like the art on this card, even though it looks like I don't know, a creepy Borg creature that has the back head robot thing that Lando Calrissian's like bald servant man has. I don't even care. What is this? This was a 1/1 for 6 that looks like a cartoon. I can't get over how funny looking that card is. I'm gonna make an 8-drop, and I'll tell you why I'm gonna make an 8-drop, because I don't want to die to Phage. I feel like I'm in command of this game, and I would be okay if I would keep making 8-drops for the rest of the game. And this is insane. And he will probably block just to absorb the damage here, because this is a 1/1. God, just look at this thing. Would you be scared if you saw this? It looks like something that should be out in Monsters, Inc. So we win on our turn if we can eliminate his dudes. That's funny. This has to attack each turn. I will take the damage. Oh, right. He conceded. Okay. Well, I will see you next round. Thanks for watching. Let's play Magic Online.